Right, very good morning to you all there. Please excuse the state of me. The reason I look like this is because hay fever at the minute, if any of you suffer with it, you're probably feeling my pain at the moment. It is unbearable. And as some of you guys may have noticed by the thumbnail, and some of you are quite well in the know already, the Vivaro has now gone. The Vivaro has been an awesome van for me. It's got me out into no end of places, Wales, England, etc. So since building that van, as you guys probably tell, I've been on no end of adventures. The new owner has come and already picked the van up.
Let's say goodbye to the van one last time. Cheers, mate. It is. Fucking hell, I must admit, mate, that was gutting to see it go. Never mind, eh?
If you guys want to know who the new owner is, you have seen him actually in a couple of videos from years back. But if you want to know who the actual owner is, if you're new to this channel, stay around because no doubt I'll probably be meeting up with him yet again when we go out on some adventures. So the main question is, what's going to be happening now? What's going to be happening next? Well, for some of you guys that are still here because of the wild camping, don't worry, that's going to be continuing very, very shortly. We've got a trail planned up very soon, which is going to be a 35-mile hike. I'm not going to say too much about it just yet. You guys can wait for that. But yeah, that's coming very, very soon. But what else is happening? Some of you guys have guessed it already. Yes, there is another van. And I'd like to introduce you to Van Sexual. Welcome to my 2019 Citroen Relay. I've made quite a bit of progress on it already. When I did buy it, well, only a couple of days ago, it was actually in a bit of a state, to be honest. When I say it was actually in a bit of a state, what I'm actually meaning by that is all inside was, for you guys that have bought vans, you'll know what I mean. It's all old plywood, it's dirty, it was minging in here. And I must admit, I think I've done quite a good job of cleaning it out. So first off, what I did was actually gut all the old ply lining out. By gutting all the old ply lining out, especially the floor, you could tell straight away it was just minging underneath. There was pens, there was money, but the dirt was unreal. As you'll see on screen now, I'll put a few clips over. So what I actually did was I got the worst of it out, and then I decided to get the jet wash in here. So I've got some soapy solution as well, which I bought a brush in and was mopping all the floors and that, and then jet washed it all. And it's looking pretty darn clean in here now. So the main question is, what have I actually done to it already then? Since owning this vehicle, probably about 48 hours, everything has been ripped out. It's been jet washed. Once it was all clean in here, the first thing I decided to do was lay down some floor insulation, which I had a brand new roll of it left over from the last build on the Vivaro. That was quite an enjoyable job actually, and it did take me back to when I actually was building the Vivaro, laying down, but obviously there's a lot more area in this. Do apologise if I'm stuttering quite a bit. I'm just quite thrilled I've now got another van to do up. The floor insulation didn't actually take that long. It probably took me about an hour and a half, if that. I got some aluminium tape, put it all around the edges, down the centre seam where it all joins up. And that's pretty much what I did so far, but what I wanted to do to begin with was make sure I had a nice clean area to work with. The next job after that then was to actually head to B&Q and get some 12mm ply. And I'll tell you what, if you are going to start doing a van build, try and grab what wood you can for cheap. because it was bloody expensive. It come to 110 quid almost just for 3 12mm ply boards. I can't believe the price of wood, how much it's gone up, but yeah, that is an absolute ridiculous amount of money. Anyway, cut a long story short, went into B&Q, got the wood, and then we came back home, and luckily for this side down here on the near side, I already had the template for that. So from the old one, the other bits of ply lining, when I was taking them up, the screws were rotten. Tried taking it out very carefully, but because of the flooring being an absolute shithole, the plywood had already broken up anyway. So I had to do the offside and also the front part here, which I'll show you. And this front piece here, I had to scribe using my little scribing tool, which, to be fair, the lines are pretty darn good. This was a little bit of a bugger to scribe though, but I eventually got there anyway. But yeah, I don't think it's a bad job at all. And as I mentioned right at the beginning of the video, hay fever. When I was cutting the wood all up yesterday, and I know it's my own fault and I'm going to get it in the comments, and yes, I have bought one, a face mask. I didn't exactly have a face mask or any goggles, but I've literally went out yesterday evening just before B&Q shut, and yes, I have bought some goggles and a face mask now, but all the bloody sawdust and whatnot going up into me snout, Christ almighty, it was a point where I actually was choking on a little bit of wood, and that just goes to show how important it is to actually have a face mask. But this is where we're up to at the moment, folks. We've managed to, in fact, I'll put a few clips on now, some B-roll of me cutting the wood yesterday. So once I got all the wood cut, screwed it all down, and that is the finished article so far. So you're probably going to be wondering then, what else have you done to it then? Well, the only thing I have done since fitting that wood is fit the sound deadening. So there's some up in the roof. Some of you are probably wondering why we've left a big gap there. There is a reason for that, which we'll come on to shortly. But for the rest of it here, it's all in. And you'll probably see in quite a few places as well, it says no sound. That was just for me to say no sound deadening in these areas, even that one. You guys can probably guess as well what's going to be happening now. And they have been ordered. I think I spent about bloody £1,200 on eBay the other night. Not just eBay. There was also some other websites where I found what I wanted a little bit cheaper. In here, which is our offside window, there is going to be a sliding window put in here as well. So it's going to be pretty much the same operation as how I did the Vivaro, where you use this piece here all the way around as a template. This has got to come out today as well. But yeah, there's going to be a sliding window in there. Just to let a lot more light in. Same again on the sliding door, there's going to be a sliding window. So the sliding windows that we did opt for in the end have actually got integrated into them bug nets. So you can have the window open during the night and then slide the bug net across to stop all your midgies and whatnot getting in. Same in the back, both doors we have opted for not just a fixed window. Same as the side, we have opted for sliding windows. Unfortunately, if I wanted a bug net for the back windows, it would have been an extra 100 quid. And that 100 quid I feel could be spent elsewhere in the van. So we're going to be having rear windows in there that slide and open as well, which will be a huge benefit. And up here, the reason we've left this and only put the sound deadening here, so I've kind of measured 40 by 40 centimetres already. And some of you may have guessed it already. Yes, in there is going to be a Max Air fan, which has been ordered from, I think it was Nomadic or Nomadic Leisure. And they seem to be coming up the cheapest as well with the LED surround. So that's what we've opted for. Oh, electric hookup. I've managed to purchase a electric hookup, and it might be a beneficial one to some of you guys that might be thinking of doing up a camper van. I mean, the electric hookups that I've found, sometimes you've got to do a lot of wiring. Genuinely honest, house electrics, 240 volt, that ain't my bag. I know how to wire a plug up, that's probably about it. I'm not really confident enough to do that, but I suppose unless you have a go, you're not going to do it. My bag is 12 volt electrics. Because of being a technician for quite a few years, 12 volts is all I'm used to. So when I start coming to do the electrics, I will put quite a bit of a tutorial together for some of you guys that may be interested in coming to learning how to do it, etc. But the electric hookup that I've opted for is actually plug and play. So it's all wired up for you and it's just multi-plugs. I'll put a screen grab on now so you guys can see the one that I've bought. And I thought, you know what, that's going to save me quite a bit of time as well, actually. There's not going to be any faffing around with wires, etc. So that's the one I've opted for. Actually, when it does arrive, I'll show you guys as well, and we'll go through an installation process of that as well. So yeah, just had to stop quick and have a look on my phone on eBay to see what else I've ordered. What else we've ordered as well, which is going to be sitting on the roof at the back here, is a 300 watt solar panel. I was thinking about this, how much do I actually need? And the answer is, I had a 175 watt solar panel in the Vivaro, and that always, for what I did, always used to keep that battery topped up really well. So yeah, I bought the solar kit, 300 watt. It does come with an MPPT as well, which I'm not going to be using. I'm going to be purchasing an upgrade into the blue Victron one. One, because I'm a geek, and me and a Shropshire lad do like to send each other messages, like screenshots of, ooh, it's like a game of trumps really, how much solar you're getting today. It's sad, I know. One last thing as well. Same with most builds these days. We're going to be getting the Scorva beams that go across here so we can sleep widthways. Just want to give a big shout out to Adam T Outdoors, actually, who actually lives near an IKEA. So I've sent him the money already and he's going to pick them up for me. Save me paying £15 delivery, which is a frigging joke. And yeah, as mentioned, guys, this is it. This is my 2019 Citroen Relay and the van build has already begun. Hope you guys stick around to watch it unfold and see what we do with it, and hopefully start meeting up with some of you guys at more festivals next year, and hopefully meet some of you out on some more stealth camps. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen an update on this already, because on Instagram I do update stories bit by bit in advance to when these videos go out. So if you're not following me on Instagram, and you are, right here, Dave_Outdoors1. And that's it from me, guys. Thanks ever so much for watching. I'm going to start cracking on with this a bit more, and I'll see you, maybe, on another adventure. No, I'm not even going to use anyone. Let me know in the comments, what can I use for a bit of a phrase for the end of the video? On an adventure was pretty crap, I must admit. Another non-lockdown adventure, that's pretty much gone now. What is COVID? So yeah, what can I say in the end of a video? Who knows? Let me know. I'll see you in the next video.